that either. I have identified $300 million that have been squandered in the last 4 years by this administration. What do you think we could do with $300 million? I heard one of these politicians on the radio the other day, somebody criticized him for the city losing $20 million on a lawsuit for these contractors that built our $50 million parking garage. $50 million parking garage. That $20 million judgment, that elected politician sitting in this room today, it was like water rolling off the back of a duck. No big deal. Huh? And here these people are saying they're going to do something for our children. $20 million for a parking garage in Washington? No big deal. Poor kids don't have anything better to do but run around and act crazy in the street. Because why? They don't have anything better to do. Hot off the grill.
Right here. All right, so our next question is a serious question that really deals with quality of life experience by people who are residents in Savannah. And this question deals with some of the things you already dealt with, but more specifically, what new and innovative ideas you have planned to work with the police chief, local law enforcement agencies, and community resources to address crime issues throughout the city of Savannah?
Me again?
Yes, sir. 1:30.
Now you're gonna hear all these people promise you that they've got some new and innovative ideas. Okay? And I sat down and I did a back of the envelope arithmetic here. And sitting here at this table beside me, these people have collectively 267 years of elected experience. Huh? Yeah, that's a long time. New and innovative. They expect you to believe they've got some new, fresh, hot idea. We've got great-grandmothers up here. Is Granny going to help you? Is Granny going to help Savannah with our problems of crime? Is Granny going to give you a job when you get out of college? Huh? What are we going to do? We had a police merger agreement that was supposedly agreed to, and it was an agreement in 2003. Currently, we have a separate counter-narcotics task force and a Metro PD. These two bodies do not communicate. Presently, citizens of Savannah pay 70% more for police protection than the people in the county do under this so-called merger agreement. It isn't supposed to be like that. Yet, these folks are content with the status quo. You're paying too much for police now. We have a $77 million budget for public safety. It's too much. We can do better.
Public safety is the number one charge of any city council, any city government. My pledge to you is, within 4 years, I promise to you we will have a brand new state-of-the-art police headquarters in Savannah, Georgia. We need it desperately. Our policemen are working under terrible conditions. We need to do better by them. I will promise you that we will have a brand new police headquarters. This administration walked away from a site right next to the existing police station, walked away from that site for less than $70,000 difference. That would have been, and I'm going to try to get that property back to build a new police headquarters. They walked away from it for $70,000, pennies on the dollar. Also, I plan on putting cameras in our high crime areas to lessen the crime downtown and in any other high crime areas. We need to have foot patrols, which we have not had in the recent past. We need to go back to foot patrols for our policemen and walk the beats and get familiar with people in the neighborhood so they know what's going on. We want to make Savannah safe for all of our citizens and visitors as well, and I promise you that will be our main consideration. Thank you.
My husband of 38 years is a retired police sergeant with the Savannah Police Department. And I can tell you, community policing and putting our officers back on the street, we need, as walking, we need to also have sensitivity training for our officers to be able to deal with the different social, economic, and ethnic groups that we have. We need to teach them that we should not profile our youth. Just because our youth may be together in a group or going someplace, it doesn't mean that they're out there for trouble. We need to make sure that our police officers will have the resources needed so that they can protect us. We need for Savannah to be a safe place for us to work, play, worship, and go to school. We need to reach out to our counterparts, and also with a regional consortium of law enforcement officers in the 9-county area, from Savannah on up to Liberty County and Bryan County, those other counties. We need to work with them to see what they are doing so that we can all be on the same page, so that we can improve our police officers, we can improve our community, and working together as partners, we can do a whole lot more than what we have done. But first of all, we need to provide them with the resources they need. When you cut the police budget by so much money, they cannot do their jobs. When you have a shortage of police officers, they cannot do their job. We need to do the right thing because your future is important to me.
A safe city is very important. Public safety is very important. Under my administration, we initiated some merger between the Savannah Police Department and the Chatham County Police Department, which formed Metro, because we wanted to get more officers on the street. But most importantly, one of the major things we did was that we put a communication system in place where an officer who's in Thunderbolt could talk to an officer in Garden City. We had officers who couldn't even talk to each other in Savannah because if they went past a certain area, the tower went out. We corrected that. So I've always, in 21 years I served as city council, always provided the funds for our police department and fire department, because that's part of public safety as well. I will continue to do that. And I want to say publicly, I have all the confidence in Chief Willie Lovett. Given the proper resources, he can do an adequate job and positive job for this whole community. That's what I have in mind for this police department. Supplying them the resources to make certain they can do their job, and we will do it. Thank you very much.
In 2000, when I first came to council, one of the main things that I talked about was policing here in our city. I recommended at that time that we put the officer or foot patrol back into the community because it gave a sense of protection for our residents, and they felt like we really care, and we did care. We have improved on the communication system, even as Mr. Adams have said. I was a part of his administration. We have even improved on what we did back then. We have put different kinds of systems into the car so that they can pull up records of individuals right away. They can communicate with other municipalities. The problem that I see is a lack of communications of police officers with some of the residents in the community. The police department has the resources. We ask over and over and over again, do you need something else? But what we have to do is to see what the chief needs and meet those needs, and we have done that in this community. We also must find a way to recruit better officers, more officers in this community. Yes, they talk about the budget, but the budget is very sound in that particular area. But we do need more officers. We need to recruit here at Savannah State. We need to recruit at the other institutions that have programs.
I have to go back to one thing. You know what? There's nothing wrong with grandmothers and aunties, because you know what? A lot of them taught everybody respecting, for men to respect women, for women to respect men, and anger management. And if we had a little bit more of those two things right now, we could reduce crime a whole lot just right there. So I praise grandmothers. And I know quality of life is having a safer Savannah. One of the things that we've got to do, we have too many vacancies on the police force. Yes, I support Chief Lovett, but he should be able to be over-recruiting. We need all the officers that we are funding, okay? The officers need smaller beats. They have too far to go. It is too far to travel. They've got to be able to get out of the car, walk around so that they respect you, you respect them, they know you, and you know them. And then they know who's not supposed to be in the area, who is not being respectful, who is not taking control of their anger, and yes, who is probably on drugs. And in that way, sometimes you will be feeling comfortable to turn and say, officer, so-and-so does have a gun. 16-year-olds with guns. This community has a problem. You said you didn't want to hear any more rhetoric. I heard, done that, did that, what have you. Where are we? We're going to put groups together, hot off the grill. Don't take anything so hot off the grill that it burns your mouth. And don't take anything so stale that you're going to break a tooth on it. Okay? You've got to move forward. Move Savannah forward. Thank you.
Our last question deals with, we're going to bring it a little closer to home and try to stir up a little, I guess, controversy provided. Right? All right, so let's say we take a trip, we go downtown, and as you go downtown, right, there's a university and a school that's downtown, and as you go around downtown, there's certain discounts for them. You see it all around, you see this SCAD influence. So this connection between Savannah and SCAD, right? And I think one of the issues for the students here is what is the connection between Savannah, the city of Savannah, and Savannah State University? And to what extent can we form that same kind of relationship that we associate SCAD with Savannah as its city? So the next question says, how do you plan to reach out to local colleges and develop a stronger town and gown relationship between the city, the students, the faculty, and the staff?
That's a perfect question. And that says to me, the fact that that question has even come up tonight says to me that your mayor does not have to be an SSU graduate to establish a relationship with SSU. Because if you're still wondering why is there still a stronger relationship between the city and SCAD and SSU doesn't have a strong enough relationship with the city, when the mayor is from SSU and the mayor pro tem is from SSU and they've been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that, you should have a stronger relationship by virtue of having a mayor who comes out and is visiting and is planning with you and not for you, and is including your scene. I want to know what makes Savannah State distinctive. We know SCAD is arts and different types of graphics and whatnot. Let's bring what Savannah State is bringing to the issue and put it out there for all of Savannah to see and to uphold. And see, I have the open mind, and you're going to see a new day, because when it's not somebody who is a graduate of Savannah State, I want to be sure. If I don't have that connection, then I've failed. And I intend to. As mayor, I am not going to fail for you. Thank you.
I am a graduate of Savannah State University, and I promote Savannah State University, not only through the city, but across this nation. Savannah State has always been very, very, very passionate to me in this community. I promote Savannah State by bringing international programs here. I promote Savannah State by fighting to keep it as a historically African-American university. I have voted to support Savannah State University by saying that we need to have internship programs. I have worked out here on this campus and away from this campus to make sure that our students are recognized throughout the world. That is how you do it. when I talk about the international programs. I was part of the first group that went over to Ghana to build the programs that you're talking about, the exchange programs. I went over to China. Here you have students that are exchanging back and forth. That is what a good mayor, whether I'm elected as mayor or not, but a good person will do to look out for the students here on this campus. Yes, I am a graduate, and I will always stand up for that, because Savannah State has gone through a whole lot of things, a whole lot of changes. Changes when people wanted to close the NROTC program. I stood up for that. Changes when people just wanted to take programs away from this institution. I stood up. I spoke to the Board of Regents for that. So don't talk about being here and not looking out for this institution, because I can tell you I have done that, and my record shows it, and I didn't have to be elected or running for office in order to do it.